Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to day 21 of 21 business days of skilling you softly. Can you believe it has been 21 days? Wow. But today, I end my segment on um, each day I've taken a deeper dive into a soft skill and briefly um, discuss the soft skill and its importance for personal as well as professional growth. My name is Sarita Price, and I am the coach who is skilling you softly to live and lead with confidence and boldness in every area of your life because soft skills do really matter. So today, um, we're going to continue on, and I'm still going to do and maybe someone just joined me today for the first time, and you're like, what are soft skills? So, soft skills are basically those desirable qualities or those transferable skills that do not depend on acquired knowledge. In other words, soft skills are your people skills. And actually, before I get into the last one, which it's actually relationship building, we're going to discuss today. And I actually chose this day, the last day for this, because you can see if you've been joining me, and also too, just as a reminder, you can go back and look at the previous days of soft skills. And I'm just going to go back and briefly go through some of these. The first day, we talked about change management. All right. The second day, we talked about conflict management. The third day, we talked about creativity and innovation. Day 4, we talked about critical thinking. Day 5, we talked about customer service. Day 6, we talked about effective communication. Day 7, we started our series on different parts of components of emotional intelligence, which day 7, we talked about emotional intelligence. We talked about self-awareness. Day 8, we continue with EQ. We talked about self-regulation. Day 9, we continued on with emotional intelligence. We talked about motivated or being a motivation. Day 10, we continued on with an emotional intelligence, where we talked about empathy. And then day 11, we ended emotional intelligence talking about social skills. Then we continued on with day 12. We talked about integrity. 13, we talked about having a positive attitude. Day 14, we talked about problem solving. Day 15, we talked about storytelling. Day 16, we talked about responsibility. Day 17, time management. Day 18, teamwork. Day 19, stress management. Yesterday, which is day 20, we talked about work ethic. So today, we're going to end this with relationship building on day 21. So I specifically chose this soft skill for today because if you're looking at my slide, you can see, and I actually talked about this every day previously, how all these soft skills really intertwine with each other. And if you really think about it, if you listen to some of the soft skills that I just mentioned, um, you need these soft skills. You truly need them in order to help you with your relationship building. So, essentials for good relationship building. What do you need? Some of the mainly the ones that I just named. First and foremost, the point is being honest. That goes back to the soft skills. I'm going to pull it back up. You can tie that in as far as having integrity, being honest, being transparent, which is a part of help you with honesty. If you're working on whatever your work job may be, leadership role, where it's personal or professional, honesty is the best practice. Sometimes it just depends on situation. We have a tendency want to blur the lines a little bit and kind of cross over to the dishonest because we are afraid of the consequences of honesty. But if you, I'm going to put this in a matter where you're talking about working in the workforce. I've had situation as I'm about to tell a story. This is another another soft skill, storytelling, where if I did not make a deadline or time, or I talked about, having integrity with my clients. If I cannot make a deadline or something comes up, honesty, just be honest, be transparent, let your clients know, let your whoever you are communicating with in the business world, let them know. Just be honest. I can't fulfill this project on time. And if you want to give them a reason, you had something come up. Like I told you, I gave you an example, but I have a client that I was supposed to deliver some graphics to her. Something came up. I was honest. Guess what she said? No worries. Take your time. I think she was actually on vacation anyway. So just being, having that honesty, that helps you build your relationship with your clients or with your coworkers or with your boss. Honesty is key. It brings about a matter of respect, and it shows your work ethics, as we talked about yesterday. It contributes to having that's a great work ethic. When you were talking about teamwork, being honest with your team, that helps build your relationship with your team. Okay. So I'm trying to see what other soft skill this goes with. Problem solving, positive attitude, definitely, like I mentioned, emotion, I'm sorry, integrity. And let's go to the next point. This is another soft skill. I talked on day 6 about effective communication. Your communication skills, your listening, being an effective listener, verbal, well, as well as nonverbal, that help you build your relationships. Because if you recall, I talked about effective listening. Remember, there were some key techniques. I talked about paraphrasing. I talked about, repeating back, in other words, what the person you're communicate with is stating. Listening effective. Don't get to the point where you're so busy, especially if it's another soft skill, conflict management. If you're in a situation, you got a conflict, something's going on, don't be so quick to want to thinking about what you want to say. Listen effectively, because you'll be surprised what you were missed if you're trying to think about what you're going to say next. So effective communication, listening, verbal, nonverbal. I talked about verbal, and as well as nonverbal communication, which is your body language, your facial expressions, your hand movements. This helps you with your relationship building. Now, I talked about this as far as effective customer service practices. I give an example of this. Some people communicate, and people are different. I am a touchy feely type person. So sometimes if I talk to someone, I may put my hand on their shoulder, but of course, you make sure it's appropriate. But you need to get a feel for that person. Some people are not like that. They're not. If you see somebody kind of backing up, that means that's not their communication style. They don't like to be touched. Some people, that doesn't bother them. It's actually, to some people, it really lets them know that you are listening to them. something about that physical touch, that you're listening to them, that you care, and that helps with relationship building. On another note, on a personal level, if you have your children, or family overall, loved ones, that helps with relationship building. you know Being a effective communicator, whether it's verbal or nonverbal as well, but you have to communicate, you have to talk. You have to. A friend of mine, and I were talking about this last night. The communication is key in all relationship building, because many times relationships fail because of a lack of communication. So you have to have that. I know some people have different personality types. Some people are extroverted, which that mean they, that those are the life of the whatever. They just happy, energetic. They are people person. Then some people are introverted. They're kind of the ones that kind of stand off. They might not be the kind that's in the crowd, but you know, you have to learn people and their many times their body language. When I am approaching people for the first time, especially if I don't know them, I kind of, I'm smiling, and I'm kind of gauging if they are like me, the touchy, huggy, feely type person, physical, they'll put their hand out, or they'll hug you, or whatever it is. It's always professional. But if someone is not that type, many times they'll put their hand out to shake your hand to let you know, I want to greet you, I'm glad to meet you, but beware of my space. So don't come within my space. But that's all part of relationship building. You have to learn how to respect, which is one of those as far as relationship. And I'm kind of almost really talking about all these. Relationship building is about building trust with that person. Relationship building is about a matter of respect. I need to respect your communication style. I need to respect how you receive things. You can't push what you are believing onto someone else. That comes with emotional intelligence as well, being aware of other people's emotions. It's not a one size fit all when you are leading a team in corporate America. I always give these examples of when I was in college, and I had this coworker that was a very, you know, extroverted. Everybody knew her, but she didn't really recognize people's space. She would get right up on you, so close that she's in your face. And I don't think she really got the cues when people start backing away. That's like, okay, you're a little bit too close. You're in my personal space. So we have to be aware of that. But, because, I got accustomed to her, and I worked at that particular, when I was in school, I worked there for like 3 years, almost the whole time that I was in college. So, I kind of got accustomed to it or whatever, or if it began to bother me, I would just let her know, because we had built that type of relationship. It was a matter of respect. She knew that if I got too close, you're in my zone. So being aware of when you're talking about, even in your personal life, if you are married, dating, or what have you, this can help you as well, building relationships, making sure that you're honest upfront, learning effective communication skills. And if you need that, go back and look at day 6. Like I stated, guys, what I'm giving you here will help you in your professional as well as in your personal life. So emotional intelligence, being aware of the person that you're dating or talking to, they may not be an emotional type person. You have to gauge that. You have to figure out, is that something for you? Will it work for you? But sometimes you have to, But you won't know that unless you effectively communicate, right? And then a matter of respect in relationships. As a matter of fact, there was this book that when I was married, I was part of a married couples class called Love and Respect. The respect that I can't remember the exact title, but it's like the respect that he needs and the love and the respect that he wants and the love that she needs, because men and women, we made up different, right? So we all women are more of a nurturing, lovey, and not saying that men aren't, they are as well. Men are more like respect. So making sure you have that matter of respect is that respect for each other. So yes. So this is all part of relationship building. And I can have a whole nother live about that, and which I may one day, who knows? I may bring in some gurus that actually this is what they do. I have some sisters and some sister girls, I call them, and friend, that they actually have businesses where they're relationship coaches. So stay tuned. Who knows? On my upcoming podcast that I'm going to launch, yes, you heard it here right now. I'm going to launch a podcast soon. I may have guests on there in different capacities, different areas about relationships and business and finance and faith or what have you. So, nevertheless, but this is all part of building great relationships, networking skills. That is one that, and maybe I just save the best for last as far as the essentials for good relationship building. Guys, if you want to have build relationships, it's a must. You have to have networking skills. You have to have most of all of these soft skills are crucial in relationship building, in networking, because and I just say this, I'm huge on networking. My networking platform that I network mostly is on LinkedIn, which I'm streaming live from now, especially business relationships. I've joined different groups that are a part of that. I am whatever the industry or the profession. I'm a coach. So I belong to different coaching groups. One of the coaching groups I belong to actually is an international coaching group. It's over 80,000 participants or members in this group. And I engage in networking. And I'm going to give you some tips too, especially if you are an entrepreneur or not. Let me just say this. One of my pet peeves is people sending me messages in my inbox asking me for, to participate in their business, and they don't know me. They're not even in my network or have a relationship with me. Now, other people may be different. That's just one of mine. I believe in building relationships because some of the jobs, my clients, I knew them before I even started conducting business with them. I had a relationship with them. And some of the biggest clients I have or relationships I've established over the years came through my daughter when she was in school, because I was active in the Parent Teachers Association. I was active with her in different things she did. I networked with people, but it wasn't really about business. It's about her. So, building relationships takes time, and having authentic relationships, that's is what is key. Having those authentic relationships where, don't go in with, and I'm speaking to entrepreneurs, just thinking about selling, 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 making money, making money. Don't get me wrong. It is you're in business to make money, but building relationships is the key. Okay. So This is really taking me to my next slide. But just recall some of these out. If I were you, I would go back after this. If you're seeing this, make sure you take notes. Pause, put it on pause, go back, re-listen to, listen to some things. Okay. All right. So in essence, soft skill relationship building. This brings me to this. I gave you the purpose, and I'm going to go back. Okay. To this slide where I welcome you. I'm going to go back to that one. Take a look at that. I said that each day we've taken, each day a soft skill will be briefly discussed and its importance for personal and professional growth. I tell you who I am. I'm the coach who's skilling you softly, right? But my main purpose of these soft skills, of course, was to educate you and let you know the importance of them, why they're important, how they can help you in every area of your life, how they can help you build relationships. Okay. But soft skills is your secret weapon for business success. How is that, you say, Sarita? First and foremost, it gives you having being I guess, what word am I looking for? Being developed, soft skill developed, growing in soft skills helps your ability to work better, to work and better connect with customers and to improve customer satisfaction. Because if you have these soft skills, you can better build relationships, better connect you with people, and improve your customer service. Okay. Also, soft skills, another secret weapon for business success. It puts you on a competitive edge. You'll be surprised that people have businesses and they make money. Some of them make real good money. Um, and they may not be the best at soft skills, but guess what? They may hire someone who is, have great soft skills and they could communicate and with people, help them build their business. If you're not great in soft skills, I do hope you would take the um, time to improve your soft skills. But I know people's like, well, I do okay. It's just my personality, what have you. But they are smart enough to know, let me hire somebody who has people skills, who can help me gain clients, that's why people hire PR people. That's why people hire coaches. Um, so, this puts you on a competitive edge. But if you have these soft skills yourself, wow, you are above, because one of the things, and I am not, well, I guess I am. I've been blessed with talent, skills, and abilities to understand how businesses operate because I've worked in corporate America 20 plus years. I understand how finance work and operations and accounting and engineering and IT because I told you I pay attention to people's I'm a people watcher, not in the form of negativity, but just see how people flow. I'm very self, my emotional intelligence level is my EQ is very high because I understand that everybody's not like me. People um operate in different ways. So by me understanding people and understanding the operations, because remember, I can't remember what day it was, I talked about you don't lead with your emotions. That's not good. You have to lead with facts. But emotional intelligence one of the main soft skills, just as more of an awareness. This, what I am doing, is more of an awareness to make you aware of your soft skills, because it's a must. It puts you on a competitive edge. I know my coaching and consulting business is a little unique, because most time people just focus. I focus on life and leadership coaching, and it's in essence, I'm a holistic coach. I can coach you on all areas, from life to leadership. How do you make your help you develop into a better person? As I stated in my vision statement, I help my clients develop and enhance their life and leadership skills to be equipped to live and lead with confidence and boldness in every area of your life. So, that puts me on a competitive edge to really know that I listen, I understand, and I care. I understand how the world of business operates. That has helped me in my being an entrepreneur, helped me in my business. So, with the last element, as far as the of success, is the soft skills. When you are competitive, you have the ability to interact with customers, improve customer satisfaction, and your employees are happy. You are in tune with them. You are a great leader. It never fails. Revenue growth will come. If you're not always thinking about the bottom line and, all the time, you need to focus on your employees. Revenue, I promise you, I have seen it in my experience. I have a 96% success rate with helping clients with improving morale, productivity, and revenue growth. Okay. All right. So this is something I want to, and I actually have this here. I say soft skill development is more of an art than a science. Hard work is required to develop your craft. You have to work at it. You can work on your soft skills. It's a process. It takes time, but that is why I am here, to help you along the way to that. And this is my information. Please send me an email. All things Sarita. You can the link tree from Sarita's pen, that links you to everything. All things Sarita. Coming up in this month, this is March 1st, beginning of a new month, I will be actually facilitating a webinar, so stay tuned in for that. I'm actually going to, back by popular demand, I'm actually going to do my graphic design 101 webinar, where I teach you about graphics, and branding. I do a lot on branding. It's more than just a graphic design webinar. So stay tuned for that, as well as on my link tree. Make sure you guys go in and click that, because you can actually sign up for a newsletter. Beginning March 15th, I'll actually launch having a monthly newsletter to with some great information, and I'm excited about that. Also coming soon, stay tuned in that. I'm actually going to launch a weekly podcast as well. So stay in touch. Keep in touch with me. This has been wonderful. And I am excited. I am here to help you. And as always, thank you for joining me. If you haven't had a chance to just come on live every day, come back to look at the replays. They're going to be on my social media platforms. And, reach out to me, share these, stay in touch, send me a message. I will be happy to to work with you because this is just what I do. This is what I love to do. I'm just beginning. And, it is my goal to add knowledge and to add information and just knowledge overall to the areas of small business, entrepreneurship, as well as to work with large organizations. I can do both. God has blessed me with gift to understand. So if you need someone to come in, I am your person to do that because you can pretty much see how serious I am about soft skills. All right. So thank you for coming. And this has truly been a joy. And it won't be the last time that I actually be conducting these. You'll be seeing a whole lot more of me and more to come. It's going to blow your mind. All right. So thank you for coming. And remember this, soft skills get you through hard times. Have an awesome, awesome day.